we're going to be talking, aren't we, about, well, with what's going on,
Yeah,
lockdown, right,
lockdown.
and the pandemic. And I know it's not the most exciting, but it is, yeah, exactly, love and good. Like, it's what everybody's going through at the minute. So
Yeah.
how have you been getting on with lockdown, Catherine? Like, it started last March, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the first lockdown I did really struggle. I think
Mhm.
I was obviously the safety for me was I was still working and I was
Yeah,
non-stop, and I loved that. I loved that I was constantly working and really busy. But it just got
yeah.
to the evenings and I hated the evenings. I
Mm.
was dreading finishing at 5:30 and having the evening to do nothing. And like, I think for me it was just like a change in your routine.
Yeah, yeah. And
And
some people can't deal with change, can they? Some people find
no,
change a really, really difficult thing to do,
yeah,
don't they?
absolutely. And I just kind of thoughts of, you know, some activities I could do in the evening, tried to do some exercises and read a book, and, you know, just kind of did something and that I haven't done in a while, you know,
Yeah,
never
yeah.
got the time. But the second lockdown,
Hi, Hannah. Sorry, my mate Hannah's
hi
on there, and
Hannah,
Joanna's on there.
hi
Hi.
Joanna. I think because we've had two now. How many lockdowns have we had? Two or three?
Well, I think this is the third.
This
This
is
is
the
lockdown
third
3 we're in at
one.
the minute.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is the
lockdown
full.
3.
I think I'm better with this one because I know, you know what to expect, but then we don't know when we're coming out of it, but it's just making the most of what, you know,
Yeah,
you do.
that's
And
the
I
thing,
think,
isn't it?
yeah, and you've just got to deal with, you know, try and deal with your emotions. And if you feel sad, just call people, just call
Yeah,
someone, tell them how you feel, because it is a
definitely.
tough time,
Oh,
very
it
tough
is.
time.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny you say that actually, because the first lockdown, it was a bit like, for me, it was a bit like, oh, what is this? And what I done, I actually didn't mind. And I don't know if it's because for me, I was on maternity leave. So
Yeah,
technically I wasn't working then. And, you know, obviously it was a chance and an opportunity for me to kind of make most of the time, like I say, with Elena, with
yeah,
Andy, you know, start off my business. So I used that time like really, really effectively.
yes,
You know, and obviously like it would be a thing where Elena was napping. So when she did nap, I thought, right, I can either have a bit of time for me, like read a book, watch a TV or film or
yeah,
whatever, or, you know, like you say, start off like doing the website for my business and all that. But like
yeah,
this time, I don't know if it's because of the weather. I don't know if it's
might
because it's
be,
January,
yeah,
or I don't know if it's because, you know, obviously it's like lockdown. People probably thought it was going to end, and then it's still kind of happening, like it's
yeah,
still occurring. I found this one. I have like my not well. Some days are good. Some days like today, I feel like I'm really buzzing and I'm really going for it. But then
yeah,
other days, I feel sluggish. It's that
yeah,
sluggish, that tiredness. You know,
yeah,
that that
lethargic,
that yeah. This is that. So this time I've been noticing that a bit more. But then what I
yeah,
do, I just think, right, I'll, you know, I need to kind of go to bed early, get up earlier, or just to have a bit more self-care, check in
yeah,
with myself more. So this, yeah,
definitely.
this one, I suppose I've noticed a bit more. I've been a bit
Yeah,
more aware of the lockdown. Does that make sense? So,
it does.
okay,
Totally
but
different, you know,
yeah,
emotions from both of us.
definitely,
Oh, we've got a
definitely.
question. What does Joanne say? Joanna?
What does she say? Laura, meeting someone, a future partner in lockdown for single people, as you couldn't go anywhere to meet anyone or go on a date. Only where to meet someone online, but not nice to have limited. Do you know what, Joe? What do you think? Do you know what, Joe, right? I'm so glad you've answered this, hun, because we are actually going to be doing a video where we're going to be talking about like relationships and
Yeah,
dating and you know, like what you've just said there, you know, how is it for a single person, you know, how can people meet people you know, online,
yeah.
you know, like you say, it's really difficult at the moment, isn't it? But I
It
suppose you've got
is.
things. I mean, Catherine, this is probably your area, I suppose, isn't it? Because I've been single
Well,
for
I
about
think,
6 7 years.
well, yeah, I think for me, I've been on the dating sites, and I
Mm,
think what I like about this is actually you can get to know someone the better, because I think sometimes when you meet someone as soon as possible, it's a good thing, but they kind of either, you don't know what they're looking for, they don't really know you, they just
yeah,
go by what they see, and then, you know, you never know if you're going to get ghosted or whatever. But I think with lockdown you actually get to know someone because you're texting
yeah,
back and forth and you
yeah.
can't meet them, so you're
No,
actually
no, of
getting to know
course.
them.
Yeah.
So
And actually, that's probably in some ways a good thing because, like you
yeah,
say, you can't. It's not like you can kind of go around their house or whatever. They can't come around
No.
like perhaps people would do before. It
Yeah.
is a chance and an opportunity to kind of get to know them, I suppose, traditionally, isn't it? Like getting to know them sort of slowly. And but
Yeah.
Joe, yeah, keep hold of that question, hon, because probably our next video or the video after, we're going to be
We'll
really
do something
touching on
about that.
online dating and relationships and stuff. So thank you for that, Joe.
Yeah,
But
thank you, Joe.
I think I think with this sort of this lockdown, I was saying this to another mum yesterday. Actually, she dropped off some stuff for me, and we were saying, like, with lockdown, I think it just really makes you appreciate the little things. It makes you appreciate, like, you know, the smaller things, the things that would be taken for granted before. You know, like, we love our walks, honestly. Like, before, we'd kind of just, we'd go out, but we'd go out for lunch, or we'd go out for a meal. Well, this time we're going out for a walk. I take like my coffee flask with me. We take Elaine a little snacks or a lunch, and we just go. We've literally, since lockdown, we have probably travelled a lot of Suffolk. We've literally kind of travelled about, like, you know, the B&Bs and stuff, and the walks and stuff. And it's, like, and you see so much of the things that you probably wouldn't have taken that much notice of.
Absolutely. You're here, there and everywhere. Every time you message me, you've got a walking picture. Where's Laura today?
I feel so sorry for Andy sometimes, because I think sometimes he just thinks, I just want to chill out, and I'm like, come on, Andy, won't be in walk, let's go out, come on, let's take Elena out. And he's like, yeah, all right then. And you know what he's like, he's so chilled, isn't he? He's like Mr. Laid Back, my husband. But when we go out, we feel so much more refreshed. And like yesterday, we went for a walk in the park, and it was just so nice. Elena got to see the little ducks, and it was cold, but it was nice just to get out for an hour or two, you know?
And see what's around you, because Suffolk is a lovely, beautiful place as well. So so much to see.
Definitely. And I think also it's about, like, you know, with people, you know, with your loved ones, like with friends and like with family. I mean, honestly, Catherine, I mean, we've been speaking so much since like the last lockdown. The first lockdown, you know, and it's that connection. I think that's what I've really appreciated, is the connection, you know, the FaceTimes and the messages and the calls. And
absolutely. I think it's the first Christmas we didn't see each other, wasn't it?
It was. It's the first Christmas in about how many years? Probably about 17 years. Probably about 16 years, Catherine. Because normally what we do, guys, every year we normally do like an annual Christmas thing, don't we? Whether we go, normally it's Pizza Express we go,
100%.
or we'll go to the cinema, or we'll go for a few drinks. And we didn't do it this year, and it was a bit like, oh yeah, we haven't seen each other. It was really strange, wasn't it? But
it was.
We did have a video call, and we talked about Christmas dinner, didn't we?
Oh, we did, with your stuffing, squirrel stuffing.
Oh, the squirrel stuffing. I'm sorry, that has been going down for generations. That has literally been going from like my great-gran. So my great-gran, my nan, my dad, and I've seemed to have taken it on. So like, I don't know, I'm going to put it out there to people, but like for us, how I make the stuffing, I use it like with sausage meat. I put some onion, I put some sage, salt and pepper, put some fruit in, don't I? I put like raisins and apricots and cranberries in, put it in the oven. I don't mind the sage and stuffing, but exactly. And it tasted, even Elena liked it. She was eating it. She was loving life.
Brilliant.
But no, I think if anything with lockdown, I think it does just make you appreciate the people in your life, the people you love, the little things we take for granted, time as well. And I also think it gives you the opportunity to try things out that maybe you've kind of put off. I mean, I know someone, Catherine, the other day, I was chatting to someone who's writing a book.
Brilliant.
Literally, she's writing a book at the minute, and I sort of said to her, I said, this is amazing. And she's writing a book all about kind of, you know, how people feel like about COVID and about lockdown and being in the pandemic and everything. And I think it's such an amazing thing. You know, and Catherine, you done something in your first lockdown. Do you want to share with people what you done?
I did.